One of the basic assumptions of the regression model is the independence of error. This assumption is sometimes violated when the data are collected over the sequential time period because a residual at any time period sometimes is similar to the residual of the adjacent time period. This pattern in the residual is called as the autocorrelation. When a set of data has substantial autocorrelation, the validity of the regression model is in serious doubt. As discussed earlier in the previous videos, one way to detect the autocorrelation is to plot the residual in time order. If the positive autocorrelation effect exists, there will be a cluster of the residual within the same sign, and you will be readily able to detect the apparent pattern. If negative correlation exists, residual will tend to jump back to and forth from the positive to negative correlation and so on. Because the negative autocorrelation is rarely seen in the regression analysis, let's take an example to understand how actually to detect the correlation. So this is the data collected across different 15 different weeks, and there are some customers and the sales corresponding to the number of the customer. Okay. So we have got the sales, that is dependent variable, and customer, that is independent variable, and these data are collected over the sequential period of time. So when do we check care of the autocorrelation? Is that first is that when we see that the data are collected over the period of time and that is in a sequential order. So let's go to our Excel sheet and plot the some regression statistics for this. So we have the week number, we have the customer, and the sales in lakhs. Okay. So let's go to our regression, data analysis toolpack regression. Okay. So we need the residual plots too. So this is the regression output, and this is the residual plot. So let's transfer this into PowerPoint presentation. So this is the summary output. So because the data are collected over the period of 15 consecutive year on the same store, we need to determine whether there is an autocorrelation or not. So first thing we discuss, develop the linear models or the linear regression model, and then we can predict the sales on that. Okay. On the basis of the output of the summary, we get the R square value of 0.65744, that is indicating 65.74 percentage of the variation in the sales and it is explained by the variation in the number of customer. In addition to that, y-intercept B0 is 16.032, and the slope B1 is 0.038, or we can say 0.0, the value is coming as 0.03076, that can be denominated as 0.0308. However, before using this model of the prediction, we must perform the residual analysis, and because the data have been collected over the consecutive period of 15 weeks, in addition to checking the linearity, normality, and the equivariance, we must investigate the independence of error assumption. To do that, we need the residual plot. Okay. In the residual plot, we can see that that data tends to fluctuate up and down in a cyclic pattern. This cyclic pattern provides a strong cause of the concern about the existence of the correlation in the residual, and therefore a violation of the independence of error. To further investigate the autocorrelation, we need to go for the Durbin-Wasserstein statistic. Now, Durbin-Wasserstein statistic is used to measure the autocorrelation. This statistic measures the correlation between each residual and the residual of the previous period. The formula for Dodson-Wasserstein statistic in the numerator, that numerator uh, represents the square difference between two successive residuals summed up with the second value to the nth, and the denominator represents the number of sum of a squared residual. This means that the value of the Durbin-Watson statistic, that is D, will approach zero if successive correlation are positively correlated. If the residuals are not correlated, the value of the D will be close to zero. If the residuals are negatively autocorrelated, D will be greater than 2 and could even approach to the maximum of value of 4. In case of our example, how to calculate the Durbin-Watson statistic, we need the sum of a square difference of residual. So in our case, it is 10.057, and the sum of a squared residual, that is 11.390. This Durbin-Watson statistic is calculated by using the sum squared difference of residual divided by sum of square of residual. So we this formula is basically this part, and we get the value of the Durbin-Watson statistic. So the first thing to determine the whether the correlation is large enough to conclude that there is a significant positive correlation. After computing the D, we need to compare with the critical value of the Durbin-Watson statistic that is present in the Durbin-Watson statistic table. So this is basically the table at 5% point for that is the alpha significance of level is 0.05. N is the number of size here, and K is the number of independent variable in the model. The first value is the DL. It represents the lower critical value. If the D is below DL, you conclude that there is an evidence of the positive correlation among the residuals. If the error, if this occurs, the least square method it becomes inappropriate, and we should use the alternative model. The second value, that is the DU represents the upper critical value of the D, above which you should conclude that there is no evidence of the positive correlation among the result. If the D is between DL and DU, you are unable to arrive at a definite conclusion. So in our case, when the number of weeks is 15, and take the K as 1, we have got DL as 1.08 is 1.0077. We can took it as the two decimal factor 1.08 and 1.36. Okay. So in our case, the D value is coming as 0.8830. 0.8830. So because the D value 0.8830 is less than the lower critical value of 1.08, we can conclude that there is a positive correlation among the residual. The regression analysis of the data is inappropriate because of the presence of significant positive correlation among the residual. In other words, the independence of error assumption is invalid. So we need to check for the alternative approaches.